So I have been reading an ebook currently, and that is A Mind for Numbers. I have heard quite a lot about it, so I started it. And like I have read the first 75 pages of it, and this is what I got from it. Like, firstly, it was diffuse mode versus focus mode. Like, it is the same idea in thinking fast and slow, but the main things, like we are told here, is we need to juggle between them when we are trying to learn a new subject or anything new. Like, we need to give it time and do it, like, let the diffuse mode work on it as well. And like, sometimes we could be trying really hard on a question, like here it is. Like, if this is our brain and this is where the answer lies, and we could be trying really hard over here, so we need to let a diffuse mode work, so that we are trying like this all over, and eventually we will reach the answer. That is why we get the answer so often when we try a fresh new approach or try the same question after a break, instead of not even getting it, like even if we try for half an hour. And that is the same idea why spaced repetition is so good. And we are like asked, or you could say advised, to learn or revise more actively than passively. Like, instead of reading notes, we should try to write it down. Like, try to write down the formulas you remember currently, instead of looking up them on the internet or on the phone. Like, you will feel while reading that, yeah, I know this, but when you truly try to write it down, you will actually know what you know and what you don't know. Like, the minor details are the ones which will get your most questions wrong if you haven't done it like this. And like, we are said that we should brief over before we starting, so that a diffuse mode is already working before we even start to focus in the subject. And like, we need both modes of learning for achieving truly valuable results. Like, we also need to be able to focus, but we should know that if we are not getting an answer, maybe it's time to switch the method. And like, to know how much long is enough for us to come back, we should just see that our brain is completely free of the method before we are coming back over it. Like, we are given the example of Thomas Edison. What he would do is hold a ball in his hand, and he would go to sleep on the table when he couldn't do anything, like when he got stuck. So whenever he fall asleep, the ball would fell down, and like, he would wake up from the noise created by it, and like, his diffuse mode have done the thinking, and then he would re-see the problem and find a new way. And then we are told about procrastination prelude. It is nothing like, when we don't feel like studying, and we like, yeah, I know this. Like, it is just creating a fake confidence for ourselves so that we can enjoy. Like, it is basically trying to kill the guilt forcefully. And mistakes are a part of learning. if we don't mistake make if we don't make mistakes, we won't learn. And only by making mistakes we will know what is wrong and what is right. So we should not be afraid of making mistakes. And like, we should not see that, hey, see, that person has done so much and I am unable to do this. Like, even the author of the book, earlier he was way behind his peers, and the gap only increased. But because he was taking his time and not forcing himself, he was able to build stronger foundations and reach way higher level than his peers, even in a subject that he didn't like. And like, the method that currently is going on is being told about chunking. So basically, we need to firstly know what and how to make chunks are basically dividing the whole big picture in small puzzle pieces, so that we can connect them. And to connect them, we need to understand. Like, understanding is the glue that will help us paste all of these chunks together to be able to see the big picture. Only here we are being told about why we should brief over. Like, it lets us see the bigger picture, then we could chunk the material so that, break into parts and then understand it truly. And that is how we will be able to make the whole picture ourselves. Thank you.